Hello and welcome to the CADD community. My name is Andrea Hart, and today we will be doing a walkthrough of our online training portal for CADD Microsystems customers, a solution powered by Global eTraining. During this meeting, I will be hosting you through the portal, introducing you to the features and the background of this platform, letting you know some of the most popular items that our clients are using, and just make sure you have a good idea of how to get the best use out of this platform. Again, my name is Andrea Hart. I am the online training specialist for CADD Microsystems. I am actually a Global eTraining employee working directly within CADD Microsystems, just helping clients with their online training needs. And today I want to let you know really how to get the most out of the CADD community. To start out with, the CADD community is an exclusive portal for CADD Microsystems customers. It combines all the expertise of both CADD Microsystems and Global eTraining. In this portal, you will receive access to all of the courses that Global eTraining has to offer, including our Autodesk library, BIM library, Design, Microsoft, and Leadership libraries are all available purchase options for you. And with anything that you purchase with that Global eTraining library, you automatically receive access to all of the content created by CADD Microsystems application specialists. So in here you'll see lots of tools, resources, as well as some mini courses and tutorial videos that we will get into as soon as we jump into that live portal. Now, one thing I do like to point out about this portal and the courses within that, these are all designed to really mimic that type of classroom style learning. It's not just going to be a series of videos, not a huge wall of text. We really have taken into account how people learn, how they retain information, and looking at those learning styles, we really accommodate all of them, including visual, auditory, read, write, and kinesthetic, which is the hands-on learning that is really most common with architects and engineers. Looking at how the courses are laid out, you can see that all of these elements are integrated into that course format. So we have the e-text that really goes over that main concept. We have e-tips that'll give you hints and tips and tricks that you can use, including keyboard commands and shortcuts. We have Learn More content that'll give you sort of advanced lessons within that lesson. We have image association, so if you're not working in the Autodesk software at the time, you can still see what it's going to look like. And then once again, that real hands-on aspect, we have video demonstrations so that you can see an Autodesk instructor go through all the actions that you just learned about, and the Let Me Try exercises, which give you an opportunity to practice everything you've learned in a safe space, as well as using that for a guide as you are working on projects. One thing I do like to point out about this portal, as you hopefully realize when you got your login information, this is hosted online. You have unlimited access to this 24 hours a day. So as long as you can go to caddcommunity.com, you're able to access all of the different training information from any computer, any device. It does not have to be installed on your machine. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the CADD community portal. Hopefully, you have all been given a username and password. You may have an enrollment key where you enter the ID and password, and then from there you will set up a specific username and password that you will use to log in every time. But when you first get to this screen, if you already have that username and password, you'll go ahead and enter that in here and select Login. This is the home page for your CADD community. There are several items here that I want to draw your attention to. We do have these banners at the top that'll let you know some new items that we're adding in, drawing your attention to popular tools, just keeping you in the loop with what's going on. We also have a message board as well as this community news section. Both of these areas will let you know if there are new courses that have been released within the portal. If you do have subscription access to this, any new classes that are released either by Global eTraining or CADD Microsystems will be automatically uploaded into your portal, and then you'll just have that message on the news or message board section. We do have links here to many popular tools for CADD Microsystems. We have all of the blogs from our application specialists. We have our certified help desk, our services department, more information about custom or on-site training, and then obviously the Autodesk subscription program where you can get more information about their software. We also have our Twitter feed here. A lot of times we post on there when we put blogs up or have news to announce, so you can keep in touch with that. Now, most of you were given a temporary password, maybe lots of letters and numbers. On this green toggle menu that'll stay with you on the page, if you open that, we do have the Edit Profile button. By clicking that, you can change your password or edit any of the information that you have within the system. So that can be changed at any time. Of course, if you have any issues with that, lose your password, you can reach out to me and I would be happy to reset that for you. Now, looking at the course content, there are a few different areas where you can start out. We do have content by industry. If you're not really sure what type of material you're looking for, that will get you everything that is classified under that discipline, whether it be our full-length courses or the content and tools made by CADD Microsystems. Now, hopefully, by watching this or speaking with me, you will have a little better idea of how to jump to what you would like. So there are 3 ways to get to all of the main course listings. In the Start Learning section, we have 3 categories of courses. We have the Global eTraining courses, the CADD Microsystems courses, and then we have the My Company University. Since this is hosted via the web, we can actually upload any documents, standards, requirements, anything that you want to share with your team that you would like to have readily accessible on this platform can go there. Most of your time will probably be in these Get and CADD courses. So once again, you can jump to it right from that Start Learning section. You can go to My Courses, or you can use the toggle menu to get to My Courses. So looking at the CADD Community courses, we do have a few different breakdowns of these resources. We have applications and downloads. So in here you'll find AutoCAD Drawing Cleanup. We have BIM tools, including Revit Model Checker, Classification Manager. We have a lead credit tracker and a COBE extension. We also have content packs, white papers. In the instructional video section, these are usually quick 5 minutes to an hour tutorial videos where you can get targeted training based on the topic at hand. Now, many of you receive emails about the webinars that we host. Most of the time we are recording these webinars and having them uploaded onto this portal. So if there was a webinar that you missed, you weren't able to make it on that day or time, you can always look at the recorded version here. Now, looking at these courses, once again, you can open up and just launch into that class, and these will have little subsections that you can open up, and then you can launch that to begin watching the video or going through that course. One thing I will point out is to make sure that you have your pop-up blocker disabled for this site. A lot of these items here do open up in a separate window, so if you click launch and nothing is happening, double check that pop-up blocker. Looking back at the CAD content, the last thing here are the mini courses. So these are usually about 60 to 90 minutes worth of content, really digging into targeted materials, drawing setups, family basics. These are laid out very similar to that interactive format that I had showed you with the global eTraining courses. So you can go into each section and subsection here and then work through that course. Now the other category of these courses is the global eTraining library. Now I've got all the different options here. Yours may look a little slimmer than this, but we do have Autodesk, BIM, Bluebeam, SketchUp, Leadership Library, Microsoft Courses, and then we do have a professional library that's hosted through Red Vector that will provide courses with continuing education units in case you need AIA credits. Now looking at how these courses are laid out, in each one of these sections, once again, yours may be much smaller than this, you can drill down by the year. Most of you will have these flexible courses, which allow you to jump around and sort of move between topics as comfortable. So looking at the 2016 course library, you'll see that there are a lot of different courses to choose from. It's not just one AutoCAD course or one Revit course. So make sure that you're looking through these to really drill into the area that's going to be most targeted towards you. Once again, with that subscription access, any new courses that are released, like we just released Maya a few weeks ago, those will just show up in your portal as they come out. Now to get into a course, you can just go ahead and open that class. A lot of times it will ask you to accept the terms and conditions for the first time. And then with that, you've got a full summary of what is involved in this course, covering what software we're working with, how to navigate through the course, and looking at the learning objectives. Obviously, you can back out and go to this main menu of courses at any time. So today I'm going to jump into the Revit Architecture course. Once again, you have the full outline, summary of the course duration, and then the sections will start. At the top, we have learner orientation, which goes over how to utilize the features, sort of familiarizing you with the layout. If you're attending this, you can probably skip that section. There are a few options for ways to personalize your course. If you're a beginner user, we recommend going in the logical sequential order for the class. This is laid out from start to finish like we would teach a brand new user. But if you're more experienced, as you see in here, each one of these subjects and topics, and then even within these topics there are subtopics, they're all specifically labeled so that you can jump around in the mode that's most comfortable for you. If you just need a quick reference on starting an architectural project, you don't have to worry about going through the previous sections. As you can see, I've accessed most of these 18 times for this one, and so you do have that unlimited access. The play button means that you have never started that section. The play pause means that you started it but never completed it, and that check means that you've been all the way through there. Now the other thing you'll see here is that we have a data set that is available for you. Those will be useful when you are doing those exercises, and once I jump into a course you can see that a little more in depth. So scrolling through here, as I said, we have those subjects and topics, and once you launch this, once again, that is going to be where you want to make sure you have your pop-up blocker disabled, and we'll go ahead and start this section.
Let's talk about the chain option. Select the chain checkbox.
As I mentioned before, anything that is written in text will also be audio narrated. If you do not want that audio narration, if you're more of a reader than a listener, you can just hit that mute button, and that'll stay muted throughout the rest of the section. Now this is starting on the last slide because that's where I left off. So we do have a resume button on the home page that'll get you to the class you were last active in, and when you open up these sections it will pick back up where you left it. Now each one of these topics has subtopics, so if you are looking at wall types and you want to specify the instance property, you can jump right to there. You do not have to go through each section. But if you do want to do that in that linear order, you can just use the arrows to move forward. Once again, we have these interactive elements, little views for the images. You can either click it from the green bolded word or from the view image box. All of those will open up little screenshots for you. In the e-tips section, this is where you get shortcuts and little hints. You can open that up and also get audio narration if you would like.
The selection for low.
You can either X out of those or just click on the edge and all of those pop-ups will disappear. As you move through here, there are going to be little different options peppered throughout. Once again, here is sort of learn more, which is advanced content, and this one shows that little lesson within a lesson for that advanced topic. Now, the hands-on elements that I had mentioned are these e-demo videos. When you open that up, again, it'll open in a new window. These, on average, are about 3 minutes. This one's a little shorter. We do have volume control.
You specified a type.
You can drag that little bar across to make it louder or softer. If you are more of a reader or if you're in somewhere that you cannot listen to the audio, we do have that closed captioning. So if you hover at that left-hand corner, you'll see the closed captioning option, and you can put that on English, and that will bring up everything that the instructor is saying. We do have his pointer highlighted for you so that you can follow around with them. And as you saw, you can full screen it or keep it small within the window. So throughout these courses, once again, we have the demo videos, and as you saw from that last slide, we have these Let Me Try exercises. When you open these up, this will give you an exercise referring to the data set that I had mentioned at the top of the course. And you can go through here and with that data set, recreate everything that you have been learning in that section. Now this is good, especially for that practice in a non-project environment. But if you look at this, it's set up very step-by-step, and it's teaching you along the way. So a lot of our clients choose to use this when they are working on a real project, just as sort of a guideline, sort of roadmap for the best steps to go through. And then again, we have these image associations so that you can just continue reinforcing and closing that loop. Now, if at any point you have questions going beyond what you had learned within the section or the exercises or the demonstrations, all of these courses have a little question mark in the bottom left-hand corner. That will get you to our help desk support that is staffed by certified Autodesk instructors. Oftentimes, those little guys you see green screened in the demonstration videos. We do have a frequently asked questions database, a chat function, but what I really recommend is using the ticket system. With the ticket system, you can fill out your information, choose what kind of question you have, probably usually a technical or software inquiry. And if you have conceptual questions, you can type that in there. But it also has a screenshot and a screen recording function. So if you were going through an exercise, it didn't turn out quite like you wanted it to, you can actually add that in there instead of trying to explain what went on. And the response that you're going to get back from the instructor is going to be very similar to what those exercises look like, giving you a step-by-step explanation. The other very popular feature within these courses is going to be found in this Resources tab in the very top left-hand corner. You can click on that box. Now some of these will be labeled a little differently, but this is where you can get the data set, both metric and imperial. And then we do have an entire demonstration playlist. Now we'll take a second to load the first time you open it, so don't worry about that. It's loading all 200, 300, 400 videos that we have in the demonstration playlist. So if you didn't want to go through the course sections, if you just wanted to get sort of that efficiency refresher, you can actually see every single demonstration video that shows up throughout those sections. Once again, these are going to be labeled by subject and topic, so you can jump to the demonstration video that's going to be most relevant for you at that time. The other playlist we have in here, it's usually called Let Me Try Exercises. Sometimes it is called Exercise Playlist. But you can open that up, and that will give you every single exercise that is involved and sort of peppered again throughout those sections. So if you are using this either to practice or if you are working on a real project where you're doing datum planes and standard views, you can open this up and immediately get to that exercise and use this docked on your screen to help you complete that task. The final thing I do want to show you on here is the plugin for Autodesk software. Now, to let you know, we do have a responsive eTraining plugin for AutoCAD, Revit, Civil 3D, Navisworks, Plant 3D, and Inventor, both the 2015 and 2016 versions. To get this plugin, you will go to the dashboard or the My Courses area. Once again, there's a few ways to jump around here. You go to CADD Community Courses, Applications and Downloads, and right here you have the Global eTraining plugin for CADD Community. We have this sectioned out by 2015 and 2016. You can open up the one that's relevant for you, and then you'll save that plugin file. Now, this add-in works like any other add-in within the software. I'm opening this up in Revit 2015. You can use one of their templates, open anything you already have. But the way to activate this is through this add-in tab. Yours may not show up if you haven't opened it before. But you go to Add-ins, click on that Global eTraining button, and then suddenly you will have the full course catalog available for you. You can expand and collapse this, so just like the sections are laid out on the website, you can go from that subject to the topic and looking at the subtopics within there. From here, once again, anything you want to open, you just use that same login information that you have for the website to get the videos or the full slideshow and concepts directly within your software. Now, this, once again, functions like an add-in, so you can drag it to your other screen. You can move this around wherever you'd like it. You can dock it where it's comfortable. You can always navigate back to that full course catalog to get any course you want. But one of the most beneficial elements of this tool is its responsive nature. So when I click on the column tool, it brings up column training. Again, I can open this up to watch a demo video or go through those course slides. All of that is going to be right on hand. This does respond to your tasks, so depending on what you're clicking on, either in the ribbon or in these editing tools, as you continue working through here, it will bring up the relevant training for you. And then again, you can jump back to the catalog if you would like to look something up independently. Also, from the toggle menu, you can get to both the CAD microsystems as well as the Global eTraining Help Desk. So if you're not in the course but you do have a question, you can still get to that Help Desk support. Just to review some items for successfully utilizing this, make sure you're getting in there regularly. We are constantly updating materials and adding new courses. So be sure you're going in, looking around, and keeping it fresh. Create a plan, whether you're going through the course in its entirety in 1 week or just trying to log in for an hour every other day. Make sure that you have a plan for utilizing that and making the most efficient use of your time. Utilize that Global eTraining Help Desk for any questions that you have. If it is a simple Autodesk, what's the best practice way to do this. Submit that help desk ticket. Any responses will be emailed to you and logged in your system. And keep motivated with this. Using that plugin has been a huge difference maker for our clients. It actually came from a suggestion from a client. So if you don't feel that you have time to set aside to go to the website and do all 55 hours worth of training, if you're looking to just improve that efficiency, make sure you're utilizing that plugin to really jump in and get some quick reference training as you go through. So that concludes our brief tour of the CADD community. Hopefully that gives you a little better idea of how to move around in that portal and really utilize all of those features. Once again, my contact information is on the screen. I do have a user guide available that's very similar to this presentation, a sort of screenshot version of navigating through that portal. So I'm happy to supply you with that so you can have it on hand as a reference for getting to useful things like that demo playlist and the plugin. But please don't hesitate to reach out to me if I can help with anything, and please enjoy the CADD community. Thank you.